A shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatab Yahweh Allah, and I got with me a couple brothers from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. Jake can introduce themselves.
The brother Shemayim.
Yeah. I'm the brother Kasaba.
I'm the brother Partham.
Yeah. And, we come together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to, go into prophecy. And one thing we can see happening right now is what all the elites gathering for the WEF Economic Forum, the meeting over there in Davos. All right. You got a lot of heads of states gathering together. Okay. Because Esau is getting ready to make his move. All right. And this is scriptural. We're in 2023, the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. And, we're going to get into it. Revelation 12th chapter. One of the prophecies is Esau coming down. Okay. Persecution, all these things coming to the true believers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the ones keeping the commandments. And ultimately those who are not going to bow down to the will of the beast. All right. And not going to take that charagma. Okay, but as we can see, things are being put into place. All right, a World War III is already here. The elites are going to use that. Okay, and however they do it, we know Esau's coming down. They're making ready the stage. All right, and ultimately we know this is all by way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on the left hand side. All right, Jake, want to start with 2 Corinthians, Baba Kasha?
2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yep. And this is what we have to do as watchmen. All right. And Thawada Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we've been given this eye salve to see exactly the plans and workings of Esau Edom. All right. He's not slick. We know exactly what's going on over there in Davos. All right, we know the witchcraft that Esau does. We know the demons that he praises on the left hand side, and we know that he has an agenda. All right, but see, the water to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the elders on down, the apostles and elders on down. We know exactly what's going on. All right, and we're here to warn the people to what exactly this devil is planning. Okay. And he has whatever you want to call it. All right. NWO. All right. Great Reset. The Fourth Industrial Revolution. Okay. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. It's this man's ultimate agenda to get full control. Okay. And he uses a number of things. Order ab Chaos. All right. Hegelian dialectic. Okay. He uses his media. Okay. He uses even all the way down to the food we eat, the air we breathe, the waves that are pushed out by the 5G. Okay, everything is in accordance to him breaking us down mentally and physically to go along with his plan, plus all his policy. All right, but what does it say? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We can see these things through the spirit, and we can bring them out. All right. And Esau is that demon. He's a devil. All right. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So, yes, he has this in his mind. All right. What is that? Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay. This man is profane. This man is not right in the head. So, yes, you wonder why he has these things in his head, this ultimate control, this ultimate evil, if you will, because this man is actually the wicked. Okay, and he can't go to, Lord's will, we could get these scriptures, but it talks about him not even being able to go to sleep unless he causes some to fall. All right, and ultimately he thinks he's going to do something against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his elect to upset that ultimate prophecy of Yahweh Shai and the elect inheriting the kingdom. All right, that was it on that.
That was pretty much it.
We get Revelation.
Can I read this precept?
This
is Ephesians 5:11, and it says, "And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them." I also want to read this in the NIV. It says, "Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them."
Hey, that's the spirit. All right. Hey, we're not supposed to be with Esau and his society. Well, Micah 2:10, we're supposed to rise up and depart. Okay, and like it says, we're supposed to what? Reprove it. Okay, through the Spirit, like I said, through the Spirit of our apostles and elders on down, they went into this man. All right, they went into Esau and his inner workings. Okay, all the way into now, you can see that this man's playbook. All right, and the Lord ultimately showed forth his playbook, and it's all in the scriptures. Okay, and what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to reprove him. Okay, hey, we're what are we doing? We're at the gates of the nobles, rebuking them. All right, letting them know that hey, Yahushua is about to take this man out of power. Okay,
every movie does. You got the prophets seeing it. That's why we're standing upon our watch.
Yep, right. And it's crazy because what you have out there right now is 2/3 of our people, which is the majority of Israelites, going with this system. They're going with the darkness. All right, they're joining hand in hand with the wicked. Okay, and you know what is that in Zechariah? All right, it tells us exactly what's going to happen to those 2/3, and it's not you're not going to be written in the book of life to inherit the kingdom as first fruits. All right, if you trust this system, if you believe in the so-called science, all right, if you're with this agenda, this NWO, this fourth industrial revolution, because you think it's good for climate, all right, it's good for so-called evolution of society or whatever you want to call it. All right, hey, then you have a great destruction that's promised to you. All right, because you know it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that what this man has planned. All right, his agenda is wicked. Okay, everything that you go into, you know, whether it's the science, whether it's the food, whether it's the water, everything is polluted. This man has a wicked agenda, and if he was to further his agenda, what does the scripture say? No flesh would be saved. All right. So ultimately, you're with death. All right.
I got a quick precept. Exodus chapter 23, verse 2.
Yep.
It goes into, it says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil."
Hey, and what is the multitude into? Okay, that's what you have to understand. The majority is not right. See, Esau has set up a system of what? Democracy. And what do they say? It's the majority rule. Okay, but the scriptures say opposite. What thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. So you're not supposed to follow, all right, the masses. You're not supposed to follow the majority of people, because what the majority of people are into are what? Is evil, darkness, wickedness. All right, we're supposed to separate ourselves from that. You got it, bro.
"Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." That was pretty much the point. Follow not the multitude to do evil, you know, because again, the majority of the people, they're wandering after, you know, the beast. You know, they're pretty much enchanted by Esau Edom's spells and his witchcraft, you know, and pretty much they worship the image of the beast. You know, they're with Esau's ideology, you know, and pretty much like the brother is saying, it's going to lead to your destruction, you know, because ultimately this devil, he plans on implanting everybody on earth with the subdermal device, which is the MOTB, man. You know, and anybody that stands in his way, so to speak, all right, he wants to get them out of the way. And the main people that's exposing this devil is the prophets, man. You know, so the next step is for him to come after the prophets in order for him to push and continue his NWO.
Yep.
And
yeah. Oh, and then I was just going to add on, and you could tell, all right, it's crystal clear exactly what this man is planning. All right, we always go into it. All right, even, you know, people in the financial world, or even the so-called woke, as they call it. All right, what are they going into? The CBDC system. So you know it's coming. It's just a matter of time to where they make everything digital. All right, you had the whole metaverse thing, the whole cashless society. Okay, what happened during the pandemic? They started to do away with change. They started to further the contactless payments. All right, you know, even if you go into a regular store, I know out here in California, you know, they have the self-checkouts. Even you know, a couple months ago, they used to have at least half the self-checkouts that would accept cash. Now, every store that I went to, at least me personally, all the self-checkouts, they do not accept cash anymore. They're all debit credit. All right. So you can see that this is all, you know, heading into the direction of cashless, or digitalization, which ultimately is going to end up in what? The MOTB, the Charagma.
Yep.
All right.
You gonna be the source of payment next.
Yep.
You know, that's what they plan on doing, man. They plan on making you the middleman in transaction, all right, via them inserting you with either that Neuralink, all right, or that that implantable the Charagma, all right, and wherever you put it in your body, man, the Charagma is what it is, man. That grain of rice, you know. But I got a quick precept, real quick. This is Amos 5:10. It says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate."
Yeah.
And they
read it again, Babu Shah.
It says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate."
Yep, they hate him. All right. Hey, the majority of this world, specifically, all right, Esau, Edom, and our people, the majority of our people, they hate those who rebuke at the gate. All right. And who's rebuking? All right. Who's the disputers of this world? Hey, the true prophets of the Lord. Okay. The true prophets of the Lord, starting with our apostles and elders on down, are rebuking at the gate. They're letting you know that the king, all right, hey, he is not right. What he's pushing out is not right. Okay. It's actually evil. It's actually wickedness. You got it, bro.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yep. And that's why they hate it, because this world is not upright. Well, what is that? Isaiah 5, I believe. All right. Esau, hey, we could get that real quick. What is it? Isaiah 5:20. Okay. Because what does Esau say? Esau says that everything right is wrong. Okay.
Oh, well, let me just read this in the NLT real quick before you get that. Amos 5:10 in the NLT, it says, "How you hate honest judges, how you despise people who tell the truth."
Hey, exactly. Hey, beautiful. Hey, the Spirit has us going more and more into the NLT. All right. We're getting all the meat off these bones, so to speak, you know. But that's beautiful. Read that again, Baba Kusha.
It says, "How you hate honest judges."
Honest judges, man. And who are the true judges? All right. It's starting with the elect. And the elect, yes, are here. All right. And they are the true men of the Lord. They're the true prophets speaking the one true doctrine. All right. Which is good. Okay. Which is the truth. And what are they saying? That what is planned in this world is not right. The rulers of this world are not right. The ones who are following this world are not right. All right.
He hate how you can't buy Jake out, you know. The true men of the Lord, man. We don't want nothing that you got. You know, we don't want nothing, and you can't you literally can't shut us up, man. You know, all you can do is put out your little psyops and eventually shut down this whole internet, man. But as of right now, the true men of the Lord, you can't make us be quiet, man. Lords will, you know, we be a part of that number, man. You can't make us be quiet. Hey, like in this world, man, you know, basically in Esau's world, you can buy off judges, you know, or you even have some instances where I know it happened a lot of time in like the Northern Kingdom, like the Central America, kind of like lower. Basically, all right, they intimidate the judges, you know. Well, Esau gonna come try to intimidate us, you know. And the true men of the Lord, man, hey, we're gonna keep telling, we're gonna curse you out, man. The Lord gonna put the Spirit on us to curse you out, man, and tell you your judgments. We literally, you can't shut us up, you know. Salakia.
Yeah, continue on that.
It says, "How you despise people who tell the truth."
Yeah, and that's exactly what the true men of the Lord are doing. They're telling you the truth. All right, whether you want to hear it or not. All right, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not a man that he should lie, and all the prophecies are going to come to pass. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. All right, and rightfully so. This the way society is being ran, the way the world is being ran is not right. All right, and the truth is that there's a nation. All right, starting with the chosen. All right, starting with the Messiah, that is going to rule in righteousness. All right, that's going to be the example that's going to teach the world, all right, and the other nations how to live, all right, how to be right, because this right here is not right. All right, why do you have polluted waters? Why are we eating polluted foods, you know, GMOs? Why are we wearing clothes that are mixed fabrics and actually causing death? All right, and that's just to name a couple examples. All right, we can go into what Esau's doing to the animals. All right, you know, whether we even eating real meat. All right, hey, this is by way of the devil. This is the devil's design. All right, and what does it lead to? It leads to death.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Hey, it make me think about this quote. Also, it says, "In a world of universal deceit, speaking the truth is a revolutionary act."
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
Mm.
and that's ultimately what we're doing. All right, we're ultimately making a declaration of war.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but see, don't get it twisted. We're just the messengers.
That's right.
All right, hey, we're just telling you simply what our big brother is gonna do. All right,
Yeah.
Esau, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it.
That's
Mhm.
right.
All right.
And you guilty, man. You guilty of all charges, man. Hey, man, the Lord finna slap that gavel down, you know. And you guilty of all charges. Hey, what the law say? If a man steal a man and he be found in his hand, he shall be put to death. You know. But really, you going into slavery, man. You ain't going. Death is a luxury. You're not gonna get the experience. You gonna have to experience hardcore bondage. You know, to you elites. You know, starting with you elites, you know, and on down to your descendants, man. Those that come after you.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter."
Yep.
All right.
And that's this whole entire world, you know, is completely, you know, left. All right. In the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, that's the true way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai is how you get the earth to become, you know, the Garden of Eden once again, you know. But this devil, he's currently, you know, doing the opposite. And that's why, you know, we have the earth being broken down at the rate that it is. You know, Esau, Edom, they claim, you know, that all these species is going extinct. All right. All the different, you know, forests are being burnt down. All right. The Amazon jungle is pretty much being destroyed. All right. Like the brother was going into, you know, because this devil, he put everything that the Lord said was wrong. This devil said it was right, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, woe unto them, because the Lord is going to have to judge you now. You know, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to judge Esau, Edom, because this devil, he's in charge of the earth. He has all the resources to make everything right, and he including he has the scriptures as well. You know. So now the Lord is justified in judging the elites according to the scriptures, because they took the scriptures into themselves, you know. So it says, woe unto them.
Yep. Hey, and what do you think Esau, all right, the wicked, who's constantly being called out, who you know, who's being told that he's not right, what do you think he's gonna try and do to those people? All right. Hey, he's gonna try and get rid of them. Okay, because the ones who are doing that are what? The elect. All right, the men of the Lord.
Yep.
All right, Lord's will wear that number.
Lord's will. This devil, he tried to do it, you know, many different ways, you know, and he's finna resort to his last resort, which is physically. But he tried to send, you know, these different agents like Vocab Malone, you know, you know, these different agent provocateurs and whatnot. All right, these people that are you know, went to seminary school. All right. But all these people have been confounded through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. They've been confounded. And now this devil, the last thing that this devil is going to do is try to come down with physical wrath, because he knows that he's not able to you know, dispute, you know, with the truth. Because this man, he's all about lies. He's founded upon deceit. All right. So that's not going to prevail against the truth. So now he's just going to try to, you know, come down physically.
Yeah, he's going to try and tap into his blessing.
You
know, his blessing being the sword. All right. And he's going to come down. Oh, I'm going to read it real quick. I'm going to read it for you, bro. This is Revelation 12:12. It says, you know what? Let me just start at 11. All right. Well, you know what? Let me just start from 7. Salak, and we'll read down. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Yeah,
All right.
that's going into the war in heaven.
Yep.
Meaning, when the Lord Yahweh Shai comes back, all right, all the armies are going to be in the Middle East fighting each other. That's going to be World War III. And the Middle East, that's the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, all right, meaning the valley of the Lord's decision or the Lord's judgment. So the Lord, you read that in Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, the Lord's determination is to gather the nations, all right? So when the Lord returns, he can have all the armies in the earth in one place to destroy them. And the war in heaven is going to take place because the chariots is going to be taking out the air forces of these nations, all right, as well as the space force. You got that.
Yeah, and that's why we said, hey, we're just the messengers. Hey, Yahweh Shai is bringing a whole host to take this man out. All right, we don't have to lift a finger.
Well, since you said we're just the messengers, hey, we need salvation. We need deliverance.
Exactly.
And a person that needs salvation and deliverance is somebody that's helpless. Yahweh Shai, that's the nomen omen, which means he's the deliverer because he's going to deliver us. All right, so we're declaring unto you what Yahweh Shai, all right, is going to do. All right, and Esau, Edom, he can't directly go to the Most High and his only begotten Son. All right, so he's going to go after the messengers, man. You got it.
Yep. It says, verse 8, Revelation 12:8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Yeah, because it's going to be, easy for the Lord. All right. Not one chariot is going to have a scratch on it. You got it.
And this is showing you that it's already written. All right. Esau's going to try and fight, but he's not going to prevail. All right. There's no way he's losing, and he's going to lose. Verse 9, it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yep.
All right. You got
it. Esau, Edom, the elites.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, Esau, the nation of Esau, they go back to Cain. All right. Well, they go back to Esau himself, and then Esau goes back to Cain,
which goes back to the serpent,
which goes back to the serpent.
If you can receive it.
Because during the time of Adam and Eve, it wasn't just two people on the earth. Yeah. All right. It was the Adamites. It was a nation. And the first Adam, which is Yahweh Shai, was the king of the Adamites. All right. Then you had the other trees, which represented the other nations. And then because it was 3 classifications, it was the sons of God, the sons of man, and then the sons of the wicked, which they stem from this the serpent. It was a nation of the wicked. It was pretty much Esau with melanin. All right. Yeah. And then that spirit went into Cain, and then the Lord put the mark upon Cain, which showed up as Esau without pigment. So, the Lord pretty much how the scriptures say the physician cutteth off a long disease. Well, Yahweh Shai is that physician, and he's finna cut off that long disease, which is Esau, Edom, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You got it.
Yep. And what does it say? It says, which deceiveth the whole world, because what does it say? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, showing you that by process of elimination, the so-called white man is this devil, this Satan. Okay, because he's in control of the world.
Yep. He deceived the whole world, man. And pretty much, like you said, he put the image up, and he made the whole world believe that the so-called white people, are the most, highest level people on earth. They're at the peak of evolution. And then they made it seem as if the Israelites, are the missing link. That's a great psychological deception, that people are still under to this day.
Yeah.
That's going to come to an end. You got it.
It says, and also, this new system that he's pushing out. All right. It's trying to tell you that it's the best system that society has to offer. It's the next, what do they say? 4th industrial revolution. Not the system that they're pushing is wickedness.
Yes.
It's not fair. It's a deception. It's going to be the elite, and then what do they call everybody else? The useless eaters.
Kind of just like that the movie Elysium. You know,
Mhm.
that's the elites, you know, plan to just have everybody as perpetual slaves, you
Yep.
know, and to pretty much, you know, be with that transhumanism, you know, you got
Yep.
which is Satanism.
Exactly. It says, verse 10, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Mm-hmm. And the accuser, that's Esau Edom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you go, I believe the word accuser goes into catagale or something like that, categoreo, which means pretty much to put in a box, you know, to
categorize.
Get the word. Yeah, to categorize, which you can't put Yahweh Shema Shai in a box first and foremost. All right. But Esau Edom wants to try to put the nation of Israel in a box and accuse them, all right, of being something that they're not.
Yep. It says, verse 11, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
Yep. So that's how the elect is going to overcome through the sacrifice that Yahweh Shai has made, because Yahweh Shai went upon the cross first and foremost for the elect's sake. You know, then it trickles down to the rest of the nation of Israel. All right, but in this current time, you know, the salvation is going to come. You know, that blood is going to cover the elect. You know, just like the Passover. All right, well, this time is going to be the new Passover, and that blood that's going to be on the post is going to be spiritual. You know, it's going to be the blood of Yahweh Shai covering the elect. You know, and pretty much that means, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be with his elect. They're going to have an exemption from judgment. Abba Ratazah, we part of that number.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And why does it say they love not their lives unto death? Because the men of the Lord, they're not with the system. All right. They know that this system is not right. It's wicked.
That's right.
All right. They believe in the testimony of Yahweh Shai, you know, the spirit of prophecy saying that the devil is going to be in control. The devil's going to try and push his agenda, and his agenda is not right. All right. So how can you love your life in a system that's, you know, created to try and kill you, you know, ultimately have you kept in a bottom state, you know, in perpetual slavery? How could you be all right with that? That's why the elect aren't going to be, you know, loving their lives even unto death, you know.
Hey, if I could say this too, hey, because the elect, all right, those spirits were creating the earth from the beginning, you know, with Yahweh Shai. So it's only right that they would hate their own lives, because the way that the earth is set right now, you know, the way our bodies is, this wasn't the way that the Lord intended your body to be consuming certain things, from the music to the food to the air. Everything around us is literally completely contrary to what those spirits are. Lord, hey man, the elect spirits is completely contrary to what they had helping creating from the beginning of the earth. So of course they're gonna hate their lives, you know. Of course they're gonna love not their lives unto the death. And meaning, all right, not you don't take showers, you just don't care about yourself. All right, meaning ultimately, you choosing the Heavenly Father, you choosing to sacrifice this life. All right, when it comes down to it, that final hour, you willing to give it all up because you know that it's something better, man. You are faithful, well, being faithful unto the end. All right, the Lord gave us these promises. The Lord said this. All right, and when we heard it, we believed in it, and it's gonna get to that point where our faith is gonna be tried till we're gonna have to believe on it unto death. Now, certain of us, Lord's will, not all of the elect are going to be put to death, but all right, that's just the testimonies that they will hold, man, is that they love not their lives unto the death. And like I'm saying, some of them will have to show that forth through you know, being martyrs. And some, hey man, it all ultimately it's all in the mind. You know, the Lord is looking at the mind. You know, your body ain't coming with you, so it's not about what you can really do in the flesh. It's of course faith without works is dead, being alone, you know, but Really, it's about your mind being unspotted in your mind. The Lord is beaming up unspotted garments in the mind, man. You know, having a righteous heart toward him.
Khan, those are the characteristics of the hopeful elect. We're going to be tried in this hour of temptation, and I like to think about in Daniel 2, we have to look back of all these accounts with Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They were put through the furnace, and some of us might have to go through the furnace also. Some of us might have to go into the lion's den. You know, and in these times, the scriptures have to play out in your mind that you're not supposed to bend the knee to the image of Baal.
Yep. Yeah. Ultimately, what do you want? You want a system where you have to put a charagma in you, and then you're a perpetual slave. You have to do everything that the so-called white man tells you, or do you want a righteous system to where you live forever? All right, and you actually are at rest. All right, you're in a rulership position. All right,
and this system finna be cut short too, because those people that do get the charagma is just gonna burn. You know, in a second death.
Yep. So ultimately, you're picking a losing side if you pick Esau. You know?
I got this precept is in 2nd Ezra 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 42. It says, "I Esdras saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest." And that person is speaking about Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and the people are what? The elect.
Continuing on, it says, "And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly." And that's what we're ultimately we have to have our eye on the prize. We can't let no one take our crown.
Yep.
We're doing this for this crown, this uncorruptible crown. And then verse 40, so continuing on, it says, "Which I marveled at greatly." And verse 44 says, "So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms." So that goes into this doctrine. We're pushing off our lives, and we're sacrificing it for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai in this ministry.
Yep. And then ultimately getting those new bodies, you know, putting off these corruptible flesh, and then what the scriptures talk about being translated. All right, and that's the establishment of the second covenant. You know, you got it, bro.
And I'm reading verse 45 again. It says, "He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now they are crowned and receive palms." And it made me think of what we were talking about, how we're pretty much separated from this world. We pretty much risen up out of Babylon within our minds, because we want to be spotless for this wedding.
That's right. Hey, Micah 2:10 say, "Arise ye and depart." You know, it speaks about it being polluted. So if your mind is with this world, man, your mind is polluted. You know,
we're already dead to this world.
Salakia.
I said we're already dead to this world.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, it starts spiritually. You know, hey, we're dead to this world. You see what's going on. You see what Esau's pushing. You know, of course, the flesh is going to try and hang on. Hey, but that's why the scriptures talk about putting our flesh into subjection.
That's right.
Because ultimately, what's going to happen? We're going to do away with this flesh. All right, and we're going to get something better.
Imagine that, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's the important thing. You know, on meditating on the kingdom too, because you know, in these trying times, you know, meditating on the promises, you know, is what the scriptures say, put on the helmet of salvation. You know, we gotta really believe that the Lord is going to grant us these things, man. You know, we got to really believe that there is, you know, a better way, you know, and that the Lord is going to, bless us, man. All right. To set us up in a kingdom that's going to last for eternity. All right. And, you know, getting those immortal bodies, just looking at the chariots, you know, hey, man, if the chariots, if we could see all the things that the chariots do, you know, that the chariots are real, how much more of those bodies, man? You know, we got to really, you know, like the apostle Gabar, he says when we read these things, you know, we got to visualize, you know, because the scriptures say where there's no vision, the people perish, man. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the balance. All right. You know, we're going into the persecution. All right. We're going into Esau, you know, coming down with great wrath. All right. Hey, that's prophecy. We know we bring these things out to get our minds mentally ready. All right. But then what also comes with that? What comes with that is the promises. And then also, you know, getting your minds ready is what to see past what Esau is going to be trying to do. All right. And what is that? That's the kingdom. Like the brother mentioned. All right. A kingdom with new bodies, just having the new bodies alone. All right. There's something that we can't imagine, but yet, you know, that's things we imagine. You know what I mean? But it's promised. All right.
I was gonna say real quick, the apostles or the disciples at that time, you know, they said, well, they asked the Lord, they said, we gave up everything, you know, what are we gonna get? And the Lord said, you know, hey, you know, you're gonna get, you know, 100-fold in the kingdom, man. You know, so we're not, you know, going through these, you know, hardships and sacrificing things for no reason, man. All right, the Lord is going to pay us handsomely, man, as they say. You know, the Lord, hey, what we're doing, you know, it's not even going to compare. You know, the little bit of work that we're doing, you know, is not going to compare to the payoff that the Lord is going to give us, man. You got
I got a quick part, Thumb.
Integrity. So like I was just to say, if only we keep our integrity.
That's right.
You know, and the thing about it is, you know, we can only do so much. It's ultimately if we're chosen or not.
That's
all right. And that's the thing. We don't know if we're chosen. Okay. But, you know, we have a guideline of what to do. Scriptures say, you know, show forth diligence to make your calling and election sure. And when you read up in that chapter, all right, it gives you everything to go by. So it's a good checklist, so to speak, to measure yourself. All right. Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Pray to the Lord. Hey, you know, let me work on these things. You know, if you're lacking in faith, if you're lacking in charity, all right, if you're, you know, whatever the case, you know, your wisdom, all right, pray to the Lord and he'll give you these things liberally. And that's exactly a characteristic of what the elect's going to be doing. You know?
Hey, he said, my servants shall fast in those days.
Yep.
I got a quick one, bro. I got a quick one. This is perfect what brothers is going into. Just real quick. It's one verse, Hebrews 12:2. It says, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
Hey, that's a spirit, man. Hey, Yahweh Shai did what he had to do. All right. Hey, he even prayed to the Lord if there was another way, but the Lord, he didn't answer him. He had to go through it. The scriptures, these things must be. We know exactly that. Well, what does it say? The servant is not greater than the master. All right. So we got to go through these things. Scripture says, Acts 14:22, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. We just got to do it. But, you know, that's the spirit. We went into a lesson at camp, you know, a couple of days ago about girding up your loins. All right. That's part of being a man, is accepting that we got to go through these things. And, you know, they have that saying in the world. How does it go? All right, you got to stand for something or fall for
anything
or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. And what better thing to stand for, and if it come to it, to die for, all right, other than this truth. All right. This is the 100% truth. This is the truth. And ultimately, all right, when you get the true perspective of things, there's no such thing as death. All right. And we're just translated. Okay. And ultimately, you know, if we're of that number, Lord's will, we are. Our works follow us.
That's
all right.
Well, let me read this in the NLT real quick. And verse one got some meat on it too, but I'll just read this in the NLT real quick. Hebrews 12:2 in the NLT, it says, we do this by keeping our eyes on Yahweh Shai, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, despising the shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside the Most High's throne.
Yeah. Hey, and again, I gotta say, what does it say? What did he say? The brother mentioned it earlier. All right. I believe it was Peter who asked, what we have forsaken all. I think it was Peter.
It was Peter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And ultimately, there's another verse. Yahweh Shai says, hey, you're gonna be sitting on the throne with me. All right. Hey, we're all gonna be joint heirs, all in our order. Lord's will, we're of that number. All right. Hey, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So if we go through the things and we keep our integrity, we'll be there with Yahweh Shai.
That's right. And the elect, Yahweh Shai is going to be with them, through the fire, through the tribulations, all the way up to actually meeting the Lord, man, in the air. And Yahweh Shai, he's going to be with his elect. He said, even into the end of the world.
That's right.
Hey, well, the brother Partham mentioned it. The three holy children.
Yep.
Hey, what did it say? Who was it? Was it Darius? I can't remember his name. It was I forgot the king. Salak, but it was the one that threw him into the furnace. They said what? They seen a fourth man there. All right, showing that what Yahweh Shai was with his elect.
Yep.
That's right.
and the scriptures, Revelations, it tell you that the Lord is going to keep his elect from the hour of temptation. So Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit on the elect to overcome. You got it.
We don't got to read verse 1. Partham, you could get that, and then I got another one after. You could get that, Partham.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish off in 2 Ezra 2, and I'm gonna continue on in verse 46. It says, "Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?"
Hey, so I had to correct myself. It was Nebuchadnezzar who threw the three holy children. Yeah, you got it.
Verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. And that's what we're doing when we're doing these videos, while we go on those highways and hedges, calling them and bidding them to the marriage. We're confessing Yahweh Shai, and this is the comfort. This is what we were commanded to do. And then also, it says, Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So we're going to be, the characteristic that the Lord is looking for, that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is looking for, is a person who's unmovable for this truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, brother.
Exactly.
That was all on that?
Khan.
Could you get Revelation 15:2, your top? Put it on the screen, Bubba, because I'll just read off your screen. Revelation 15:2, man. Go hand in hand.
You see it?
Yep, I can read it. This Revelation 15:2, it says, And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, standing on it says, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. And they sang, Jake wanna go into that?
Hey,
that
you got it.
Oh, you got it, Shemai.
No, you got it.
Yeah. Now I was just gonna say that sea of glass is what that thermonuclear destruction. All right, the scriptures talk about where the heavens being on fire. All right, but who has the victory? All right, the elect.
That's right. Hey, Yahweh Shai, or I believe Apostle Paul said, "Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors." That's like one of my favorite scriptures. He said, "Hey, man, the elect are more than conquerors," meaning that whatever the elect may get themselves into or whatever, Yahweh Shai is not going to let you fall, man. Well, we could take the example of when Peter went out to the water, man, and he was walking with Yahweh Shai. Even though he started losing faith, bro, Yahweh Shai wasn't gonna let him go, man. Yahweh Shai grabbed him immediately. It says immediately Yahweh Shai reached out his hand. So the Lord's elect, the Lord ain't gonna let them fall, man. Why are they more than conquerors? Because it's impossible for them to fail. That's why they're more than conquerors, because they cannot fail. It's
impossible.
It's impossible, man.
It's like a glitch in the matrix. It's like you can't undo it, The elect is like they're gonna win regardless, man.
And it says victory over his charagma and his image and his number. All right, because what does the scripture say? 7,000 men who will not bow down to the image of Baal. They're not gonna take heed to the philosophies this man's pushing, the system this man's pushing, and ultimately not gonna take his charagma.
Done.
And you know what, too? I just say this. You know, Jake could get kind of like, you see how close we wrapping up to the end, and Jake kind of like, oh shit, man. You know, Jake kind of get, you know, not scared, but Jacob just kind of be like, oh shit, like that adrenaline start rushing. But bro, literally, we reading the elect already made it, bro. It's written. It's impossible for the Lord to lie. You know, this is written, man. The elect have already made it. They just got to play it out in the flesh. So you know, whatever you know, frightness you may feel, whatever, bro. Come on, man. The elect already made it. You know.
Hey, but we know we're gonna go through those emotions because the scriptures say the elect shall scarcely be saved. So hey, it's gonna be by the skin of our teeth. Lord's will of that number. You know, hey, the Lord's gonna put us through a ride, but hey, that whole ride we're just gonna rely on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man.
Hey, that's the glory of the Lord. The Lord told us what He was gonna do before He even did it, man.
That's right.
Everything that we reading, all right, they got the victory. The elect still have to play that out. The elect still have to go through that bumpy road, having a faith tried.
Yeah, you
know, man, they gotta go. But they have to actually literally go through that. But that just brings the glory and power of the Lord. What the Lord said. What he said, declaring the end from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, that's the spirit because the scriptures say, "Wherefore ye comfort one another with these words," because, like the brother's saying, hey, it's already written. The victory is already written. It's just, you know, we got to go through it. All right, and we know the flesh is gonna try and play on it. The hour of temptation, Satan's gonna be coming, so it's gonna be a hell of a ride. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. All right.
That might have to be the title of the video, brother. The victory is already written.
Yeah. You know, hey, but even through that bumpy ride, hey, the victory is already here. I mean, well, not here, but the victory is already promised.
I got a precept. This is St. John 16, verse 33. It says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace." So, you know, all you really got to do is when you're going through those trials and tribulations, you really got to, one, look at the scriptures because they were written aforetime for our learning, and ultimately Yahweh Shai, because he's the perfect example for how to function through these trials and tribulations.
That's right.
So I'm going to read from the top again. St. John 16, verse 33. "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world."
So Yahweh Shai got the victory already 2,000 years ago when he, you know, on the third day he resurrected from the dead, man, in that new angelic, you know, immortal, perfect body. The victory was already won right there. The elect already won with Yahweh Shai when Yahweh Shai arose, you know. So, like the brother said, it just all had to play out, man. You know, that going back to the book of Acts, when the disciples, which later on went to become the apostles, when they seen Yahweh Shai after he had resurrected, they said, "Well, at this time thou restore the kingdom unto the nation of Israel." And then, you know, Yahweh Shai pretty much told them that it's not, you know, it's not for you to know right now, you know, because, you know, little did the apostles know that it was going to be 2,000 years from now until that promise be fulfilled. And here we are, we're in that time now. So the Lord is coming back to fulfill the promise, man. All right.
Well, that's a beautiful point you made, brother Salaki. That was a beautiful point. You said to let it play out. Now, Yahweh Shai told us to pray this prayer, man. And in particular, it says, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." You know, that's it playing out. You know, that's the Heavenly Father's will ultimately playing out. You know, just let it play out. Well, when you had like little glitches, so to speak, little glitches in the where the scenes were supposed to play out. Like, for example, you had the scene where Yahweh Shai, right? He was supposed to be grabbed, but Peter, right? He pulled out his sword and cut that ear off. But what? Yahweh Shai put it back because what? Be like, man, bro, you gotta let it play out, man. You know, even though you know where Peter heart was, but it's like you have to let these things play out. You know.
Well, what did he say? He said, "If my servants were this kingdom, they would fight." All right.
It's not that scene yet.
Yeah, this hey, this we don't have to fight. All right. The Lord's about to do everything for us.
That's right.
And then ultimately he's gonna put the spirit in, and the hunters are gonna come, but you know.
Yeah.
That's
the
the
Lord,
scene.
The Lord said he was gonna lift up the standard too.
Yeah, yeah.
So really it's excitement, you know, when the devils come down, the standard finna be lifted, man. It's finna be crazy, man. And then Lord's will, you know, at the end, when brothers, you know, meet up in the chariot, man, there's gonna be all kind of different stories of what the Lord did, because there's gonna be different. Jacob's trouble is gonna play out differently in each state, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was gonna say to collectively hear all the stories is gonna be crazy, man.
Hey, that's the beginning of the rest of our lives.
That's right.
You know what, too, man? It just dawned on me, man. You said Jay gonna have stories. Yeah, Howard Shy gonna know intimately, man. He gonna be able to tell you why you went through this and the reasoning behind this. Hey, man, cause look. You know, Jake be on our day to day when we not around, brothers. You know, it may seem like, you know, so it may seem like you alone, but bro, your Howard Shy literally right there, bro. He the author and finisher of our faith. Come on, man. He know exactly what we going through. So in the kingdom, man, it's gonna be like we man. I was thinking, I'm speaking in the flesh, but like Jake gonna be damn near silent around your Howard Shy. Like I don't even know what to say that you don't know about me, man. I don't
you know what we're gonna say? Inside joke. We're gonna be like, "Hey, your Howard Shy, you know, you were there.
You already know."
All right. Hey, the angels are camped around them to fear the Lord.
Yeah.
That's right, bro. That's right.
Hey, jump back to Revelation 12 and 12. Jake was done with that, right? Okay. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
Mm-hmm. And it says, you know, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, because that's speaking of the angels, the Lord, the Most High, His only begotten Son, as well as the elect, because the scriptures say, you know, our our citizenship is in heaven.
Yeah, what the scripture says? It says where our heart is. What does it say?
Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, the water.
And there was a scripture that goes into for our it says for our but when you go into the word, it means citizenship. For our citizenship is in heaven. You know, but pretty much
is it conversation?
I believe so, for our conversation, but then when you go into the word, it goes into citizenship. You know, so pretty much, you know, the brothers that are Lord's will be part of that number of the elect, we should be rejoicing, because this has to happen before the kingdom is established. And on top of that, we understand that this devil, he's not going to get the victory over us, man. We have to be in that spirit of King David when he went up against Goliath. There was no doubt in his bone, man, in his bones when he went up to go against Goliath, man. All right, King David, he had nothing but pure faith flowing through his body, man. You know, 100% trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, and that's how, you know, we have to be. Of course, it's easier said than done. All right, but nevertheless, all right, we should be rejoicing, man, because let this devil do what he got to do, man. You know, let him, you know, rally up the troops and whatnot. All right, but what the Lord is going to do for us, all right, it's going to blow Esau away, man. These devils is going to be in awe at what the Lord is going to do for his servants, man. All right, the scriptures tell you the Lord have rebuked kings for our sakes, man. All right. But it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And right now, this devil, he's getting his military in order behind the scenes, man.
Yep.
You know, they're running drills. You know, these devils, they make mock cities, all right, in rural areas, and pretty much they practice modern urban warfare, as well as, you know, what to do in a martial law crisis. You know,
Well, and if I could add this too, the elder from LA was going into it. Hey, there's a reason why a lot of these immigrants are coming over, and they said what, like 30,000 immigrants, and a lot of residency is granted if they are so-called immigrants, but a residency is granted if they choose to join the army or join the military. All right, so the stage could be being set up as we speak to those actually coming in and being those troops. Mm-hmm. All right, because you have the army, the actual military troops are over here that they might feel some type of way going up in their own citizens' houses, but then that's why you have World War III popping up. All right, the Lord says he's going to have that he's going to gather the troops in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. All right. So the stage is being set. Plus, you have like we said, the WEF. They're making their plans ready. All right.
Well, just recently they coming up with the task force, the anti-sim task force or whatever. Yep. So pretty much they're going to make bounty hunting legal again. Mm-hmm. There's going to be bounty hunters. There's going to be foreign militias and troops and stuff. America's finna get raided, by foreign invaders, So, everything is finna happen, man. The collapse is gonna happen. World War III is gonna be at the peak because this is all, orchestrated by the hand of the Lord. So the Lord is gonna make it all happen at the same time, man. The prophecies is all gonna be fulfilled, man.
Yep.
So with this devil, he's gonna pinpoint and try to demonize brothers. The scriptures say, if the Lord be for you, who can be against you, man? Mm-hmm. So he might put pictures up of brother's face and plaster it all over the news and come up with a whole narrative like they do. All right. But then, hey, man, if the Lord's with brothers, hey, man, you can't do nothing against it. The only thing you're going to do is add more popularity to it. And more women is going to know because Isaiah 4:1 is going to take place. So brothers' pictures going to be up there. Hey, women going to be seeing it, Then they might see brothers on the run and they, oh, you that dude. And then next thing you know, you got spiritual power.
It made me think about when I believe it was Caleb. I forget who else. They went to spy out the land, and I forget who it was, but she hid those men in her house when the troops were looking for her.
Yeah.
Grab the harlot.
Play out again.
Mm-hmm. So the Lord's going to be with his elect. Everything that Esau does is going to be like Haman. It's going to fall upon his own head, man. He pretty much he's going to do one thing and it's going to backfire on him, man. So we just got to continue to move with that faith, man. No matter how bad it looks, Yahweh Shema Shai, and we know how extreme the Lord is with his servants. Okay. We have many different accounts, and the most extreme is actually dying for the Lord, man. All right. But either way, we got to believe that the Lord will give us the spirit to endure all these things, man. Like Romans, the 8th chapter, tell you who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai, man. And it goes down the list. Nothing. But you got to throw out.
I'll jump down to verse 17. Mm-hmm. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
The dragon goes into Esau, Edom, man. Mm-hmm. All right. He was wroth with the woman. All right. The Lord has likened Israel into a comely and delicate woman. That's speaking of the nation of Israel. It says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. And right now, that's what we're witnessing. Esau, Edom is beginning to wage that war. Mm-hmm. They're preparing right now, but they're going to make a declaration of war.
Hey, we've actually been in war though. Where Esau's been poisoning us. It's been more of a spiritual warfare, but he's been affecting us physically as well. You got the water, the air, the clothes, everything. All right, everything that's pushed on Jake, to be that accuser, like we read earlier. You know, so this devil's been, you know, waging war, but now he's just gonna take it to the next level, like we read in Revelation 12 chapter, because he knows he's done all that he can, so he just needs to tap into his blessing and just show his true beast self, you know.
Mm-hmm. Which he's been waiting to do that this whole time, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Well, he showed us a glimpse of that during when he had Jake in slavery, you know, and when he could get his hands on Gad, all right, and other tribes, he showed a little glimpse, man, you know. But the Lord's gonna allow this man, the Lord's gonna get this man full power for a moment, man, where he's just gonna go, man. You thought a house of 1,000 corpses was something, man. That's gonna look like Toys R Us, man. I don't even know what to describe it with. You know, I'm trying to make a, you know, I'm trying to be, you know, but hey, man, this man is mad, bro. You know, and he's gonna feed off of Jake cries and pleases, you know, But hey,
he does already.
Yep.
He's gonna be intimidating, but guess what? The elect already got the victory. You know, only ones that get given up to him is the ones that ain't a part of the elect. You know, Lord's will be a part of the elect. It's a fearful thing to not be a part of the elect, man. Especially in these times.
Yeah.
Lord's will, bro. Lord's will be part of the elect.
Yep. If somebody can grab Isaiah 41 and 14, and we'll probably just end off there. All right, because you know, we know the devil's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we know he's making his move. All right, you know, this whole Davos World Economic Forum thing is not for no reason. All right, and it can happen in a plethora of ways. All right, we know this devil wants to lock things down again. All right, we know he wants to send, you know, his troops. He wants to get ready for more draconian measures. All right, but ultimately just all out pure madness. All right, like the brother was saying, a house of 1,000 corpses is going to be like Toys R Us. All right, this man really is going to come down with great. We read it with great wrath. All right, but in all that being said, and we have the Lord. All right, we have this knowledge and wisdom. The scriptures say in Isaiah 33 and 6. All right, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times. All right, and what the fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right.
Oh, you at Isaiah 14, Salaki. You got to go to Isaiah 41.
Oh, Salaki. Yeah. You know, hey, but through that, all right, the Lord you know, he's going to give us hope. He's going to give us that stability. All right, and you know, that's why we bring out these scriptures, you know, to comfort us, you know, and you know, let it be known that even though, you know, it's promised that Esau is going to come down, it's also promised that we're going to get the victory. All right, Lord's will be of that number.
That's right. You got it, Partham?
Khan. This is Isaiah 41, verse 14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm." Khan. Is Isaiah 41, verse 13. "For I, the Lord, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee."
Yeah, hey, fear not. All right, hey, the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is with us. All right, fear not. Hey, these things are coming, but fear not. The Lord is going to put that spirit on us to endure. Lord's will, we're of that number. All right, you got it.
Verse 14, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob." And
hey, thou worm Jacob. Hey, it says thou worm Jacob, because ultimately, what are we? Hey, we're helpless. All right, in the sense of, you know, we don't have an army. We can't take things into our own hands. All right, what was Joe Biden saying? He said you need what is it, F-15s to fight against the government. You know, hey, we don't have any type of army. What was that part then?
We're under the curses, and one of those curses is that no one's going to be able to redeem us out of this captivity, save for Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So we truly need a miracle to get up out of here, you know. But hey, the Lord is saying, "Fear not." You got it, bro.
Kind of continuing on, it says, "I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel."
Yeah. Hey, so the Holy One of Israel, all right, our Redeemer, all right, ultimately Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to save the elect, and Lord's will, we're of that number. So even though all these things are coming, all right, Esau is coming with great wrath. Yes, we know that. All right, hey, we're preparing our minds, and you know the like the elder from LA was going into it. Hey, how are we preparing our minds? We're getting into these scriptures. All right, we're praying, we're fasting more. All right, hey, we're getting with brethren more. All right, we're trying to sow in the spirit more because hey, we're gonna need it. All right, we're gonna need all the strengthening we can get in these times to come because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Got it, bro.
Con. And verse 15 says, "Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff."
hey, ultimately, hey, you know, the Lord is gonna give us that power. All right. Hey, when you know, Lord's will world that number, when we're established, all right, when we're saved up out of here. All right, hey, we're gonna come down and what does the scripture say? The saints shall take the kingdom. All right, we're gonna put all these nations into subjection. All right, and primarily Esau, Edom, the elites who are planning this whole thing. All right, they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And verse 16 says, "Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel."
Yep.
The Holy One of Israel is Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because through Yahweh Shai is how we get the victory, man. You know, so when it's all said and done, the scripture said, looking for, you know, the author or the ending of our faith, pretty much. You know, yep, which is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, it's all about Yahweh Shai. It all goes back to Yahweh Shai and his elect. You know, so Yahweh Shai, he went through the trials. Now Yahweh Shai is going to help his brothers get through it too, man. Mm-hmm. You know, the scriptures tell you that in what was it? Romans, I believe is Romans the 3rd chapter, where it goes into how you know, we're going to be joint heirs if we suffer with him. You know, this is the rite of passage, you know. But nevertheless, the Lord said he was going to give us power, man. Mm-hmm. Power over the nations. So, you know, that power, it don't come easy, man. You know, the Lord wants us to fight for it.
And the so-called irony of it is, here it is, Esau has his plan, all right, to put Jake and ultimately everyone in full, you know, slavery. All right. But here it is. Esau is going to be the one going into slavery.
That's right.
What is that in Job? You know, in the he shall be in straits. Mm-hmm. All right. So, you know, even though he has this plan, ultimately he is about to go into slavery. All right. That's and right. The rightful rulers of this earth are going to be the lords. All right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was it.
Khan.
Any brothers got any more scriptures?
That was it.
That was it. Hey, you know, Lord's will, this was edifying. All right. Hey, Esau's coming. Hey, but again, all right, we have nothing to fear because we have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. You know, Lord's will, this was edifying. Once again, call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and above all.
Shalom and above all.